The reserve residences. Sorry, a bit late to the game in posting this video because I was busy recently with the reserve residences launch and was trying to accommodate some clients who wanted to view the show flat. Here's a sneak peek of the balloting process. The competition is intense with over 1,400 buyers balloting for just 732 units in this development. So I'm going to do a quick review on the reserve residences, which I call it TRR. But first, let me start off with giving you a quick high-level overview of TRR. It offers an impressive variety of floor plans, which can be a little bit overwhelming for potential buyers. Just by looking at the two-bedder unit itself, there are about 14 different floor plans to consider. Of course, not all layouts are equally appealing. Personally, there's this particular layout which I don't really like it, which is B6. To save time, I won't dive into the floor plans extensively in this video, because showing you each floor plan individually might make this video last for an hour. However, if you're curious about the floor plan, feel free to drop me a text. I can send you the brochure. Nonetheless, TRR has a total of 732 residential units, ranging from 1 bedroom to 5 bedroom and penthouse units. What sets this project apart is that it is the only integrated development in Singapore that includes a service apartment. The location is amazing with great connectivity to the nature and also the convenience of having an MRT station right below the development. I would say the fully air-conditioned transport hub is a relief given Singapore's hot weather. Imagine stepping out nicely dressed without worrying about sweating or your makeup melting. The reserve residences allows you to access to MRT station and bus station without walking under the sun. Interestingly, one of my clients jokingly referred to this development as an old folks home because it offers a one-stop shop experience with everything you need: shopping, bus services, MRT, and nature right at your doorstep. Without talking about pricing, if convenience is a top priority for you, I think TRR is a good development to consider for your own stay. Since the reserve residences offers everything you need, just like a one-stop shop, it's important to take note that it won't come cheap. The developer has provided indicative prices, but keep in mind that these are starting prices. The final cost will depend on factors such as your balloting number and timing of your purchase. The early birds will likely grab the cheapest units. Looking at the price matrix, the smaller units have the highest PSF, starting at around $2,600 PSF, while the larger units have a more reasonable PSF, starting around $2,350 PSF, which is still competitive in this area. However, I think you also need to consider quantum as well, because ultimately it comes down to your affordability and future selling potential. Let's focus on the one-bedder first, as they tend to attract investors. I think that the quantum for the one-bedder at TRR is quite reasonably priced. However, it is important to note that because there are quite a few one-bedder units in other developments nearby, so you may face some tough competition in the resale market next time. For example, the Link, a boutique freehold mixed development just next to TRR, their one-bedder units were sold between $981K to $1.18 million. But in terms of PSF, the one-bedder at TRR seems to fall within the range. Another nearby new development, Mayfair Modern, their one-bedder units were sold between $1 million and $1.12 million. Mayfair Modern is also cheaper in terms of quantum compared to TRR because it was launched earlier. However, one trade-off is that TRR is an integrated development and you have to pay a premium for the convenience it offers. Nevertheless, if you are considering renting out your one-bedder unit to generate some passive income, entering the market at around 1.1 to 1.2 million could be a good buy. These are the nearby rental transactions for your reference. In terms of two-bedder, if possible, try not to get 2-bed 1-bath because the demand for 2-bed 2-bath tends to be higher, unless you are buying it to rent and want to lower down your costs. However, when buying a property, right, it is important to consider how you want to exit in future as well. The quantum for 2-bed 1-bath may seem interesting, however, whether people want to buy or not in future is another thing. Therefore, if possible, go for 2-bed 2-bath, which likely have a better exit strategy than 2-bed 1-bath. In terms of price quantum, it is interesting to take note that the reserve residences has a similar price range as Jardine, another 99-year leasehold development with a different layout. People are willing to pay $2 million or even beyond $2 million for a two-bedder at Jardine, which has a loft concept. Considering TRR location, I personally think that there may be a good healthy demand for 2-bed 2-bath units priced below $1.8 million based on these transactions nearby. Let's talk about 3-bedder. I think if it is priced at around $2.5 million or below, I think it is quite safe to enter. This is my own opinion. Looking at how people are willing to pay $3 million for a unit at Jardine, it provides some perspective. Let's also compare these prices with Mayfair Modern, a newer project nearby that was launched a few years ago. Owners there are paying around $1.27 million to $1.8 million for a 2-bedder and $1.9 million to $2.5 million for a 3-bedder. Mayfair Modern is also located in District 21, but is closer to King Albert Park MRT, just one stop away from TRR. Taking into account these transaction histories, I personally feel like anything below $1.8 million for a 2-bed 2-bath and below $2.5 million for a 3-bedder would be safe to enter, considering the reserve residences is an integrated development. All in all, as you prepare to choose a unit at the reserve residences on the booking day this Saturday, it's important to have a reserve price in mind to make sure they don't overpay for the unit. The atmosphere can be quite intense on the booking day, with people queuing behind you eagerly waiting to make their selections. However, please do not hesitate to walk away if the actual price does not justify the value. I had a personal experience where on the booking day itself, I told my client not to buy because I believe that there are some risks involved as the developer increased the prices after some of the lower floor units were sold. Therefore, after openly discussing with them and being transparent about it, they actually shared with me their concern as well, and in the end, they made a decision to walk away. And because they walk away, they managed to find something else at a more advantageous price. Remember, it is important to prioritize your financial well-being and make informed decisions when it comes to property investment. Nonetheless, if you're open to exploring options in the East, there is a possibility that a more promising project with a lower risk might be launching soon. I will keep you in suspense for now, but stay tuned as we approach the launch date. With that, feel free to contact me if you need help with any of your real estate matters. Thank you. Bye.